Right, it's the 27th of February 2026, so it's a year later, pretty much since we built the little cairn. Paul and Graham.
And we're ready to go.
We're back into it. So there's Pauline, she just dropped us off, and we're off to Blue Duck Station, well, not Blue Duck Station, off to Hoeka and then up to Mosley's Landing.
See you later. Have fun.
Well, it's a minute and a half after starting. We realise we weren't at the top of the hill. I think maybe now we are. What do we got here? Kai Tiiki Young Farmers Club welcomes you. So just heading down Aotearoa Road. It's pretty decent downhill really, 6k so far. Only a few dozen pedal strokes. We're 15.9 k's into it. There's a river. Not quite sure which this one is. Which river is it, Graham?
Rejoin? I don't know, guessing. Would it be the Rejoin?
Yeah, it might be the Rejoin River. We'll try that. Well, we've been on Aotearoa Road for about 3 kilometres. Just seen our first car in about 53 minutes. So it's just lovely quiet roads. Aotearoa Road, our third car we've seen. Hoeka. We've made it here. It's a place we shall not speak of. We'll be going past on the left. Sorry, just missed a highlight for Graham. There was 4 mainline fuel tanks just back there on the left. Might even be another one there, but that might be the opposition. Whose are those ones, Graham? Only one there from mainline. So we're on the Hoeka track. It's actually quite pleasant. The conditions on the track are just dry enough for us. Nice. Hard with one hand, but it's quite a nice evening. Somewhere back there should be G-Dog. It's currently 10 to 8. We've made it to Mosley's camp. Got a nice shelter up there. Toilet. Little stream down there. So all very nice. Well, Saturday morning, Mosley's camp. I slept okay-ish. Graham reckons he wasn't so flash. That's why he's dragging the chain up there. A bit slow. As you can see, I'm all ready and he's still up there, but he's getting sorted out. Anyway, off to the trig. Oh, you're not scared of me? Clearly not. Kenny's just asking them if they know Stephen Wheeler. Probably they do, or they're about to anyway. Fuck.
Holy shit, there's a big Belgian blue boulder in there.
So it's pretty ideal here at the moment. We've got nice weather. It's 6 degrees and it's not raining, so that's pretty awesome. Hopefully you didn't hear that. Anyway, we've just arrived at the top of the hill. Exactly 1 hour riding. So everything's going well. We've done 6.4 kilometres and 340 of climbing. Bit of signal here, so that's good. So we've reached the trig site. It had a nice barrier gate that somebody's cut off completely on the angle grinder. New little shelter thing there for gathering water we haven't seen. The little cenotaphy thing with the axe that gets taken away because people try to steal it. And the board. Nice. It's still coolish, but good. We've arrived at Johnson's camp. We found 2 more members of the famous yellow shirt brigade. So good progress, beautiful weather. Well, there's a large bluff here. I'm not sure if it's the biggest one, but we're moseying along on the track to the bridge. We've got about 10 k's to go. So we've just reached the bridge. It's 11:05. We've got it to ourselves. There were some tourists, but they've just left. Beautiful day. Look at that. Going well. We'll see if we get to Wanganui tonight. That might be a bit of a challenge. About 7 kilometres out of Papariki. About 4 kilometres of it was climbing by the feel of it. The viewpoint. Just arriving in London, or Ranana. Going down the Wanganui River Road. It's reasonably warm. Bit downhill, bit uphill. Going well. Anyway, we just stopped at the Aotearoa campsite. No water there, and the toilet is out of action, so we're going to carry on to the River Tyne accommodation at Tarakino. It looks like about another 5 k's. So it's 12 minutes past 7 on Sunday, just waiting for Graham to get organised. Which is not really how we roll. So we've packed up tents and we're off to Wanganui and beyond. So we're going up the hill at the end of the Wanganui River Valley. Kingy's decided to make me look good by just tailing back for a minute. Somewhere there, should see him in a minute. There he is, see? Anyway, got another 5 minutes I think on this hill. Pretty decent. So this is the top of the hill, looking down on the river. Might be able to zoom in, can I? Yes, I can somehow. And zoom back out again. So 15-minute climb. Here's Kingy. The car. There he is. So we're just crossing the river at Aotearoa, I think it is. There's Kingi, lovely bridge. Just up the road, about 3 k's back was jet sprints, but it looked like it was too hard to get into, so we didn't bother with the sightseeing, and we're on to Wanganui. The Duri Hill tunnel going to the elevator. We had to stop in Wanganui while I bought a new pair of shorts because mine were distracting, so we lost about half an hour, or 3/4 an hour probably. Anyway, all is well. Yes, we have 900 people use this on Easter Saturday this year.
Oh, that's great.
Which is, yeah.
But I suppose present residents.
So we're on a road heading out of Wanganui towards Hunterville. Pretty favourable because we've got a bit of a tailwind here, so we've been going probably over 20. Right now even I'm going slightly uphill at 26. So very nice. So we're still heading towards Hunterville, but big storm's been through here. Flattened all the maize, there's lots of trees down. And the rivers have been in significant flood further back, so can't remember where we are. Where are we, Graham? Don't know. Where are we? The Never Nevers. Halfway to Hunterville. The flood damage here. Still 15.7 k's to Hunterville. There is huge numbers of trees down all the way through here. G'day. So we're just arriving on the outskirts of Hunterville, which doesn't have a lot of outskirts, I guess. It's been just on 60k haul from Wanganui with quite a favourable wind most of the time, so even on some of the uphills, it's not bad, but there's certainly a few hills in it. Here's Kingi, and stop here and then hopefully on to Owhango here for tonight. Yeah. So Sandon Block Road about 12 kilometres past Hunterville, back into a bit of gravel and a bit uphill. So, and it's hot, so filled up the water bottles back at Hunterville. So the gravel goes on out of Hunterville, we're on Mangamarko Road. I think we're up to like 15 k's, although the guidebook says there's only 11, so who knows, this road goes for another 15 kilometres yet. It does have a lot of cycle tracks, which you may or may not see, but clearly it has very little cars. Roadside dahlia garden, maybe for breeding or something, because it's not exactly a flower garden, but really nice. Roadside digger. Over here, more wind-blown trees. As I said, they're all the way through this area, just huge numbers of them. So we just spent the night at the Rangiwahia Hall in the little veranda down the back. It's 5.3 at the moment degrees. It's something like 7:30, there you go, 7:30. So we're off to Apiti. Bit of a rumpy sleep again, a bit cold. Fucking hell, Stephen, it's an alpine environment, mate. 600 metres, 3.3 degrees. It's fucking cold. My fingers are frozen. Kingy's having a repack down there to get something warmer. So we've just been trying out a bit of walking on, I can't remember the name of this road. It's a 35k stretch of gravel, so probably one of the longest stretches we'll do in the whole event, I think. It's also a good strong southerly, and we are heading south, so it's a bit windy. But there's the Ruahinis. Graham says, are we still enjoying it? Hell yes. There's the Ruahinis that had snow on them last night, apparently. Well, we've just arrived at Pongahine. The wind really is getting quite strong, and that's a southerly. We're going south, so see how we go. We missed the photo control point at the tote trip thing. We didn't even see anything. Should have been reading the book. So we're just arriving into Ashurst. It's been a fairly tough ride. We've done 72k, so about 53 since Apathy. Quite a bit of confusion about the route, but we just followed the GPX file, which apparently is right according to the dot watcher that came and gave us a can of Coke. Apparently the other route is closed, so we didn't see the totara trees. So we've arrived in Ashurst. We're amongst friends, not our bikes. Our bikes, not our bikes, not our bikes. So time for a coffee and a pie. So we're on the Manawatu River Trail, about 8k's out of Palmy. It remains quite windy, so southerly most of the time. So we're paying for a good wind that we had yesterday with bad wind today. So we made it to Palmy. We're not really seeing any of it. Just going over the river now and heading out of town. So we're almost at the top of the Aotearoa track. It's just up there a wee bit. Not sure whether anywhere gives us a better view of all these wind turbines. Barely making any noise. Still in the same place. There's Kingy doing as usual. You probably can't quite see him hiding behind the tree. So, just arriving on the outskirts of Aotearoa, we did a bit of a wrong turn when you've got I think there was two roads that both say Balance, but maybe I'm wrong, but we turned towards Balance instead of turning towards Balance Valley Road. So anyway, we did tar seal instead of gravel, and it's probably my favourite road I've done. About 5k's of constant smooth downhill. Anyway, Aotearoa. Just leaving the brown trout. There's the other members of Team Yellow over there. So we're just heading out of, we're 3k's out of Aotearoa. Decent night's sleep in the motel there. So super cold yesterday all day. It only got above 10 degrees for about 2 hours, I think. And probably didn't go above 10 until 11. So it's a reasonably robust day, and with the wind. But refreshed, had a pie for breakfast. We're into it. What's that?
You going to mountain borough?
Yeah. What's that?
Yeah, nice day for drive there.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully the wind keeps away. Bit of southerly yesterday. Cheers. See ya. So I've made it to Aotearoa, a place I've only ever used the name in jest. You see, London, Paris, New York, Aotearoa. It seems like a pretty nice town. Not a lot going on. So status update, we're halfway between no, where was that? Aotearoa, halfway between Aotearoa and Masterton. Still got strong southerly, it's a bit rainy and it's 7.5 degrees at 10 past 11 in the morning. It's cold. So here we are, it's about I think 5 k's to Masterton. It's miserable. 9 degrees, raining, and a pitching headwind. Got down to 8 kilometres an hour just before on the flat, but it's going to get better, I'm sure. So we arrived into Masterton, just riding over this pedestrian bridge, take us to town. It's been a bit of a windy stretch, but we're here.
Is that not too bad for them? Yeah.
It's quarter to 6, sorry, on Wednesday. We've just left the Martinborough top 10. Had a good night. Last night went to the pub with two guys we've been travelling with for a few days now, or a couple of days. Or we've been eating with them, not travelling with them. Onwards to the ferry, hoping to make the 3:30 ferry, hence the early start. So at 6:30, we've done a quick about 16 k's or 17 maybe. It was really nice conditions on Tarsi Hill. We just hit some gravel now, but it does appear that there's the hills. So one big climb today over the Remataka rail trail, and then drop down to Timarua, and then onto the ferry. So still got about 80 k's to go. So I hadn't read the book, but Graham had, but there's a ford which actually looks like a small river. Hard to judge, I reckon it's a foot deep in the middle. So I'm taking my shoes off. You see it looks quite deep. Graham's halfway up, or partway up his calves already. He's grizzling about how cold it is. Almost to his knees.
How am I doing?
You're doing well. Just got to come back and carry me now. Well, credit to the Kennett brothers. They do know how to pick a quiet road.
Yep. And it's 7 o'clock in the morning.
So we're just grinding our way up the Remataka rail trail. It's basically a steady 6% on gravel, so we're going just between 6 and 7 k's, probably around 6. So it should be at the top in about 40 minutes. Currently at 176 metres elevation. So it's a brief stop to get the head torches out at the Remataka tunnel. It's pretty cool. We figured it was coming because you're just heading up a valley, and then there was no further track we could see. So we found the proper tunnel, which is the one at the top. This is the third one. You can see the other end, which makes it a little bit nicer to get through. And after that, it should be all down. So here we are in the tunnel. I'm trying to ride with one hand. Not a lot of light, but I can see the end. Choo-woo! And I believe we start going down now. So just rolling down the other side of the Aotearoa track. It's pretty nice, just rolling at about 20. No brakes, just cruising. Stop back there and put my jacket on so Graham's got a wee bit ahead. Still on the Aotearoa trail. I'm going to stop, Graham. I'm stopping. Fuck, it's a bit dark in here. I've got that light there, that'll do me. Suddenly a bit darker than we thought. Anyway, you can see the other end. It's just when you can't see the walls. We're just heading down the Hutt River track, so we've got about 40 k's to go. Just waiting for the ferry in Wellington, so we'll be a couple of hours yet. All a bit delayed with bad weather in the last couple of days. So we're just heading into Cook Strait, or nearly. The weather this afternoon's been really nice and made up for the crap we had yesterday. So on to Picton. So it's 20 to 7 on Thursday in Picton. Looking like it'll be a good day. We've just had a visit to the bakery, bacon, egg, bun and a coffee. So we'll just enjoy the view for a few minutes, then we'll be off. So we're on Queen Charlotte Drive. There's Anakiwa over there where Troy and I did Outward Bound. Just tootling along. Got overtaken by a couple of tourers before. That was only slightly embarrassing while we're going uphill, but anyway, their chain fell off for one of them, so they're behind us again. So good times. So we're almost at the top of the hill before Havelock. Been going for a couple of hours. Got an amazing tow by the other couple across the flats. So lifted our average speed a lot. So they're doing really well. So anyway, here's I think that's Kenepuru sound. And we've got 4 kilometres to have a look. So Pelorus Bridge, I believe that's the bridge. And here is a cafe. So just stopped for a coffee and a muffin at Pelorus Bridge. Pretty random cafe with questionable service. But anyway, that's Pelorus Bridge. We're about to start the Mangatapu track. The Garmin says 958 metres of climbing. So we're on the Mangatapu track. I gave up pedaling at about 500 metres elevation. It's just a little bit too hard for me. Graham's back there having a walk as well. So we've got 200 metres to the top of elevation, sorry, that is, in about 2 kilometres. But it's just quite a course. This is not the worst of it, but coarse gravel, too much concentration to pick a clean line. So just heading down Mangatapu track now. We've reached the summit. Had a bit of a snack. It's a gnarly climb this, and there's a French couple in front of us who I'd say are well into their 60s, if not in their 70s, on what really are road bikes. I'd say not even gravel bikes. So trying to record this without skidding my back wheel.
No more gravel to go.
No more gravel to go, as Graham says. We're rolling down the Maitai Valley. Well, I think it's the Maitai Valley, it's the Maitai River. We have 7.7 kilometres to go and 76 metres of elevation. So it's nice steady 1% all the way to Nelson, I reckon. So we're nearly done. So it's 20 to 4 on Thursday. So we've just reached Nelson. There's the clock tower thing, the end of their segment. So we're all done for a year.
We've done it and we're still talking.
Yeah, we're still talking. There was a gnarly ride, that Mangatapu.
Yeah.
It was pretty tough.